My name is Kyle. Ever since I left home at 15, I've been living on my own. I never got married, and my younger brother, who's 10 years younger than me, beat me to it. My brother, Ryan, is 22, and he's about to marry the girl he's been dating since high school. That alone seemed happy enough, but apparently, the bride is the daughter of a gangster. It's my brother's wedding, so I'm really looking forward to it. I stuff a generous amount into the gift envelope and head to the venue. But what awaited me there was a brutal welcome. Wow, quite the turnout. Well, my seat's with the family anyway. Oh, Mom's here too. So I'm probably at that table, huh? Hey, I'm here. It looks like everyone's already here. Did you guys just get here too? Even when I asked, my parents just turned pale and didn't say a word. Wondering what was up, I lowered my gaze, expecting to find a nameplate at my seat, only to see. What? Get lost, punk. What the hell is this? When I looked up, the bride's side of the family erupted into laughter. Even the bride and groom, who were already seated, were laughing hysterically. The only ones not laughing were the guests who hadn't quite grasped the situation. Hey, bro. You saw your nameplate, right? Had it custom made just for you. Ryan, why would you do this? Did you really think I'm some punk? So you're the Kyle Ryan's been telling us about, the punk brother. Yeah, you do kinda have that punk vibe. Actually, maybe you really are one. Ryan said I'm a punk. How could you think that? We haven't even seen each other in over 15 years. That's exactly why. You haven't come back since you graduated middle school. So tell me, what am I supposed to think other than you're some loser punk? Look, I hate you. I've always wanted to cut ties with you. So we figured this would be the perfect opportunity to make that happen. What the hell? Then why did you even send me an invitation? If you didn't want to see me, you could have just kept it that way for the rest of our lives. It's not that simple. We need to say it properly, cutting ties, officially. If something happened and you came looking for us, it'd be a pain, you know? But doing it like this. You didn't think I'd be hurt? And honestly, you didn't need to invite me to say all this. You could have just told Mom or something to let me know never to come near you again. Well, knowing you, I figured you'd bring a nice fat gift envelope. And sure enough, you gave us more than anyone else. So yeah, we're done now. You can go home. You keep calling me a punk, but aren't you a gangster yourself? If that's the case, you're not exactly in a position to talk, are you? I don't care, I don't. Because today's stars are me and my wife, you hear me? You're not even a side character, just a cash cow. Ryan, you weren't like this when I left home. What happened? Aren't we still family? Family? Are you kidding me? We haven't had a proper conversation in 17 years. We're strangers, got it? Total strangers. Honestly, I don't even get how you can pretend otherwise. The guys I met at school, the people I've met since joining the gangster. Anyone feels closer to me than you ever have. I don't like how you're putting this. It's like you're saying I chose not to see you. Isn't that exactly what happened? If you actually cared about me, you would have shown up now and then. But you didn't even come home for the holidays, not once. And now here you are, acting like some big shot brother. Whatever. I don't need you. Just leave and don't ever show your face again. Why do you have to say it like that? What happened to you in the last 17 years? What happened? Are you serious? Too much to count. There were times I wanted to talk to you, to ask for advice. But you were never there. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad kept comparing me to you. Your brother would have done better. Your brother wouldn't have screwed this up. I'm me, and you're you, right? I'm pissed off at you and them. So, in simple terms, you're sulking? What? No. I'm telling you I hate you. You walked out on us and never came back. No matter what I did, you didn't care. That's not true. As your brother, I made sure to support you when it mattered. I bought you that bike in middle school and all your sports gear in high school. I paid for all of it. What more could you possibly want? Oh, so just because you threw some money around, that makes you a big brother? That attitude of yours pisses me off. Acting like you're better just because you're older. Do me a favor and disappear. Never show your face in front of me again. I joined the gangster to win. Marrying this woman? That's because it promised to be the gangster boss in the future. Mr. Keller likes me. Hell, I'm already the lieutenant. I don't care if you're a punk or whatever. You mean nothing to me. If you're not leaving, then bow down to me. Regret the way you've ignored me all these years. Ryan, I get where you're coming from, but get lost, punk was way too much. That's no way to talk to your brother. That lecture of yours pisses me off too. Didn't I say it's been 17 years? I already told you we're strangers. So don't you dare try to preach to me. I could beat the crap out of you right here, you know. Just as Ryan lunged at me, the bride's father grabbed his arm. Hey, calm down. If you do that here, someone's going to call the cops, no question about it. If that happens, your revenge will be for nothing, right? But Mr. Keller. I hate this guy. I just want to make him suffer. I've worked my ass off for this moment. I've taken on every dirty job you gave me. I've done everything I could to get in your good graces. And now, finally, all my hard work is about to pay off. Still, beating him to a pulp right here is boring, isn't it? If you really think he's just some punk, bring him under our group's wing instead. That way, he'll never dare defy you again. Hey, why are you just assuming I'm some punk? There's no way you could know what I'm up to, right? Someone who stormed out of the house and barely comes back couldn't possibly have a decent job. Anyone who's alive would think the same thing. I see. Well, you're not entirely wrong about that. Anyway, that's how it is. We can't have any doubts about the man marrying into our family, especially if he's gonna be the lieutenant. Sorry, but can you just disappear already? If you leave today, we're done. Strangers. If I see you in town again, I'll beat you to a pulp, so keep that in mind. It was then. The doors to the venue burst open, and a blonde-haired beauty stormed in. Boss. Should we crush this group? What did you just say? Hey. Who the hell are you? Don't come barging in here talking like that. Start by introducing yourself before spouting something so dangerous. And who's this boss you're talking about? Which one of us do you mean? The only one who deserves to be called a boss here is Mr. Keller, our leader. Mr. Keller, do you know this woman? And if so, who exactly is she trying to crush? No, I don't know any woman like her. I don't even need to deal with nonsense like this. Hey, young lady. You think you can wreck someone's happiness and just get away with it? I'm not talking to you guys anyway. And besides, would I call someone a boss if I didn't even know them? There's only one person I call the boss. Then who the hell are you talking about when you say the boss? If you keep spewing nonsense, I'll have you thrown out of here. Ha! You guys have really done it now, haven't you? I hope you're ready to get beaten to a pulp. Wait, don't tell me, the boss you're talking about is... Hannah, that's enough. There's no need to bother with people like them. But boss, if we let them disrespect you like this, your pride, it doesn't matter. I don't care about my pride. I thought he'd be happy to see me again after all this time. Sorry, Ryan. For being your punk of a brother. Wait. Why the hell is a blonde woman like her calling you the boss? Sure, I've been calling you a punk all this time, but are you really one? Well, I'm not exactly a punk, but it's close enough that I don't deny it. It's not something you need to get so worked up about. If you're saying you'll never have anything to do with me again, then you don't need to worry about it either. Hannah, leave these guys alone. They'll destroy themselves anyway. There's no need for us to dirty our hands. Tell that to the main family. Wait, hold on. What is happening right now? Why are you talking like you're so high and mighty? And what the hell do you mean by main family? Man, you're such a pain. Don't you already get the gist of it? Why bother asking when you already know deep down? Stop preaching and just answer me already. Who the hell are you talking about when you say main family? Wow. You really can't think for yourself, can you? When the boss says the main family, he's talking about the head family of your Mitchell group. He's referring to the Harrison Association. The Harrison Association. That's seriously our main family. Why the hell do you guys know about such a massive gangster group? That also means there's some kind of connection if you're reporting back, right? What the hell is going on? There's no need to overthink this. The answer is much, much simpler than you think. Sure, I might seem like some punk, but the organization I belong to is way more organized than you'd imagine. Hey, do you know about the Andersons? What? The Andersons? There's no way I'd know something like that. They're probably just some wannabe gang or something, right? You don't know. Well, maybe it's better that you don't. The Andersons is an organization that monitors the local gangster from the shadows. They're constantly watching to ensure no gangster groups step out of line with the main family. Has anyone from your crew ever disappeared without a word? Someone who never said they were moving or leaving the group but just vanished? Now that you mention it, there might be a few. But what does that have to do with anything? If the Andersons is just watching and reporting back to the main family, that means it's the main family who takes action directly. I know most of the people tied to the main family. And if they're going to summon anyone from our group, the main family would contact us directly. That's not entirely wrong. But you're missing something. The Andersons works directly under the Harrison Association. Once they report back and get approval from the main family, they have the right to handle things themselves. Meaning they don't need to go through the main family to deal with anyone causing problems. What the hell? No one told me that. The main family doesn't want the lower branches knowing about the Andersons. If people knew, they might take precautions against the Andersons and cause trouble without getting caught. That's why they're told to keep their existence under wraps. Then isn't you talking about it now a huge problem for the main family? Maybe you'll end up getting dealt with by the main family, too. Are you really the boss's brother? For someone who's supposed to be, you're ridiculously slow on the uptake. Shut up. Who the hell even are you? Why do you keep calling my brother the boss? After all this, you still don't get it? Boss, I mean, Kyle is the leader of the Andersons. What? My brother is the leader of this Andersons thing? Yeah, that's why I call him the boss, right? I only call Kyle the boss. As for my father, I call him the leader. Leader? Who the hell even are you? If you're calling your dad the leader, what family are you from? Hey, you might want to watch your mouth when you're talking to the daughter of the main family. What? The daughter of the main family? Who are you talking about? Me, obviously. Is your brain completely fried? I'm Hannah, the daughter of the Harrison Association. But don't bother remembering it. My father never introduces me to the crew or to the lower branches. Plus, since I'm with the Andersons now, I stay out of the public eye even more. Don't feel bad about not knowing me. It's something you don't need to know anyway. But still, I don't like the way you've been talking since earlier. That's a separate matter, and I'll make sure you're properly punished for it. What the hell? What is wrong with all of you? Are you saying I don't know anything? Is it so bad to not know? We're not saying it's bad. But you're an adult now, so you'll need to take responsibility for it. Take responsibility. What do you mean by that? First, you're going to apologize to the boss for pulling such a pathetic stunt with that nameplate earlier. Besides, I can't keep causing trouble for everyone else here. I'll inform you later about how you'll be dealt with. If you defy us, we'll report to the main family, and it won't just be you facing consequences. Your entire organization will have to take responsibility, so watch yourself. What? You're saying the whole crew would be held accountable? You think just because you're a woman, I won't do anything to you? You're dead wrong. Hey, Ryan. Knock it off. Just apologize already. Mr. Keller. Why should I have to bow down to some woman? I've never met anyone in my life who pisses me off this much. Mr. Keller, doesn't any of this bother you? You think it doesn't piss me off too? If it was just you taking the heat, I wouldn't care how much you snapped back. But if this involves the whole crew, that's a completely different story. Listen to me. You're the lieutenant, and I'm the leader. If the crew takes the blame for this, it could mean the end of the organization. Do you feel nothing as a lieutenant with so many people under you? It's not like I don't feel anything. But I hate this. Why the hell should we be punished by people like them? They're not exactly on the straight and narrow either. Stop whining and apologize. I'll bow down too if that's what it takes. So just swear you'll never do something like this again. No way. I absolutely refuse to bow. Not for all the money in the world. That's how much I hate my brother. Isn't that what you understood when you agreed to let me pull this stunt with the seating card? That's because I thought you needed to free yourself from your brother's shadow. If I bow now, my heart will still be under his control. I refuse. If you want to bow so badly, Mr. Keller, do it yourself. All right. Can we drop this farce already? Shut up. I'm talking to Mr. Keller right now. What? This whole thing started as a conversation between you and my boss. And now you're just ignoring my boss side of things? What the hell is wrong with you? Shut your mouth. I don't care if you're the main family's daughter or whatever. Stay out of this, woman. What did you just say? You're underestimating me because I'm a woman, aren't you? Fine. There's no need for any more discussion with you idiots. Boss, are you good with this? Can I just take care of these guys? Whoa. Calm down. Stop acting like the three of you can settle this yourselves. As you said, this is between me and Ryan, isn't it? But his tone is impossible to ignore. It's fine. Thanks, Hannah, for being angry on my behalf. But it's over now. I'm cutting ties with Ryan. If he doesn't want me in his life, then so be it. But, of course, I'll still be reporting all of this to the main family. Wait a second. I can't overlook that as the leader. I have a duty to protect my men as their leader. I'll apologize. Just don't report this to the main family. Don't try to weasel out of this. Do you think I'll let someone off the hook when they acted like they were completely uninvolved? You joined Ryan in calling me a punk, didn't you? Sorry to say, but as much as you think I'm just a punk, I can't afford to let anyone disrespect me. Don't worry. I haven't been ordered by the main family yet, so I'm not going to deal with this right now. Relax. Though it's probably only a matter of time. You've got to be kidding. Hey, Ryan. He's your brother, isn't he? Get on your knees and apologize. That's the least you can do. I will never apologize. I've spent my whole life being compared to someone I can barely even remember. I've always been second. I've finally gotten my chance to stand in the spotlight. And now you want me to live under him again? I can't stand it. Ryan, are you seriously saying that as the lieutenant? To think my own brother is so stubborn he won't even apologize. I'm truly disappointed in you. Well then, I think I'll be leaving. This wedding's not fun in the slightest. Goodbye, Ryan and Mr. Keller. I won't forget about you or the Mitchell group. I'll talk to the main family, and we can settle this later. Oh, and I'll be taking back the wedding gift I gave you. There's no way I'd let you get away with putting me through this and still collect my money. See ya. As I headed for the exit, other attendees began to stand up and leave one by one. Most of the people at this wedding were acquaintances of mine. Some were even members of the Andersons. In fact, more people sitting in Ryan's friends section were under my command. What? Why are all of you leaving too? This has nothing to do with you. Hey! Didn't you hear me say wait? Ryan's shouts rang out, but they were in vain. Nearly everyone disappeared from the venue. Since the food and drinks were untouched, I spoke to the reception and retrieved the wedding gifts. With most of the guests gone, I'm sure the wedding costs will be tough to cover. Man, I've never seen anyone stand up to their own brother like that before. Are you sure it's fine to leave those guys alone? We could have dealt with them. Yeah, maybe. But honestly, it's not my problem anymore. I'll let the main family decide. I headed straight to the main family's headquarters to report what happened. They instructed me to hold off for now and wait for further orders. Then, a few weeks later, Ryan and Mr. Keller suddenly appeared at the Andersons' office. Hey! Is my brother here? Your dear little brother came all this way. Why not show your face? Sighing at the nuisance, I stood up and walked toward the entrance. Ryan and his crew stood there, looking like they were ready for a fight. My not-so-dear brother is here, so I showed my face. What do you want this time? Here to whine about the wedding? Nah, it's not like that. I just wanted to talk about what happened. Oh? Are you here to beg for forgiveness? Or maybe you've had a sudden change of heart and decided to apologize? Nope, I'm not here to apologize. I just want you to promise not to report this to the main family. Why the hell are you acting so high and mighty? If you want me to let this slide, you should be groveling. Like hell I'm gonna apologize to you or act all humble. All you need to do is decide whether you'll forgive us or not. You think I'd forgive you? You're the one who wanted to cut ties, remember? I'm giving you what you wanted, cutting ties completely. You should be grateful. Though maybe not in the way you imagined. Oh, is that so? If that's how you want it, then fine. Fine? What do you mean, fine? I mean, if you won't forgive me for something like that, then I'm done. Boys, surround him. At Ryan's command, a group of men appeared, surrounding the Andersons' office. What the hell is this? If you won't forgive me, then I can't forgive you either. Your shadow has been suffocating me my whole life, so I've decided to physically cut ties with you. Oh? So this is your plan to get rid of me, huh? Exactly. There's no way you can handle this many guys surrounding you. You didn't see this coming, did you? I'm ending this here and now. I see. You thought I wouldn't be prepared, so you showed up out of the blue to take me down. That's right. You've mocked me for long enough. This ends here. Both you and that Andersons organization. That's disappointing. What's disappointing? If anything, it's you who's pathetic. You're about to get beaten to a pulp by us. The fact that you think you can take me down, that's what's disappointing. What the hell are you saying? Quit spouting nonsense. Enough. Take him down. At that moment, the Mitchell crew found themselves surrounded by an even larger group of men. What the hell is this? What's going on? It's exactly what it looks like. Your every move has been watched. Nothing you've done is a secret. But how? We planned everything quietly, keeping it within the crew. Did you forget what the Andersons does? We monitor gangster groups, report to the main family, and take care of things ourselves when necessary. I told you that's our job in the Andersons, didn't I? So how do you think we keep watch? Movements even the head family wouldn't notice. How did you think we were able to track all that? I don't know. It's simple. There are spies planted in the offices of the main family's subsidiary groups. Highly trained spies. They're so good, even the crew never notices. You didn't figure it out, did you? You had one in your crew too. But there's no way you could have mobilized this fast. There's no problem when preparations are already in place. Plus, we had orders from the main family. Funny enough, we were just about to head to your office anyway. Shall we go together? You can't be serious. Why are we being dealt with? We didn't do anything wrong. Don't worry. You'll get your explanation when we arrive at the Mitchell office. Take every Mitchell members and load them into the cars. We're moving out. Wait. No. I'm not going anywhere. Give it up, Ryan. It doesn't matter what you say or do. It's over. The Anderson members moved in, taking Ryan and Mr. Keller into custody. After a drive, we arrived at the Mitchell Group's office, where Hannah was already waiting. From inside the building, angry shouting could be heard. Beside Hannah stood Ryan's wife, now immobilized and restrained by Hannah. Why? Why is this happening? What's going on? Explain this. Fine. I'll explain everything. It's pretty simple, really. First of all, this woman was running illegal clubs. Not just bars, but those kinds of places. And at outrageous prices. Anyone who refused to pay was violently beaten by her people. You get it now, don't you? We wouldn't even need to lift a finger. If we told the police, it'd be game over. The main family's orders are clear: immediate expulsion from their ranks, dissolution of the office, and exile from this town. I thought about letting things slide for now, but look at this mess. So I'll be carrying out the main family's orders as instructed. Wait. Please, no. We didn't actually do anything to you yet. And we're family. I'm your brother. Cut me some slack. Family? You think I forgot the things you said to me? What? I never want to see your face again. Get lost, punk. After that, Ryan and Mr. Keller, having lost their will to fight, were dealt with by the Anderson members. As a reward for my actions, the main family designated the Mitchell Group's office as the Andersons' new headquarters. Most of the Mitchell members were taken under the Andersons' wing to be retrained and disciplined. Ryan and the others have been declared missing, but in reality, we made sure they were properly dealt with. They won't be coming back to this town ever again. That wedding the other day was a total disaster, wasn't it? Honestly, after seeing that, I don't even want to get married anymore. Yeah, well, to be fair, that wedding was way too unique for its own good. By the way, Hannah, isn't Ryan and his wife around the same age as you? They are a year older. Honestly, it kind of makes me lose hope for everything. I used to think early marriages were something to envy. But after seeing that wedding, it kind of kills the dream, doesn't it? Well then, what kind of wedding would you want, Hannah? Well, I'd want a happy wedding with someone I love, of course. I see. So, want to try having a happy wedding? What do you mean by that? That's that. Just what I said, word for word. Hannah's face turned bright red, clearly flustered. I'd known about her feelings for a long time, but I was finally able to put my thoughts into words. From now on, I'll focus not only on my work with the Andersons but also on building a future with Hannah.